New day. I'm gonna talk really fast about what I'm looking at. The only pair I'm gonna trade for London is GU. We clearly have a bearish range, and I'm looking just to play this bearish range. The thing is, it's not really that high quality. It's not a 1.5, it's a 1%. I'm gonna tell you why. Here we didn't rate liquidity. If we rated liquidity, that would be a greater sign. We did indeed react over higher time frame PDO rate, but that's important. And then we just displaced lower. We had the solid rebalance around this sell side level, and here look towards the retest of this support, you can call it. I'm looking to trade off towards the downside, targeting this PDRA and targeting the zone I marked. Okay, you have a consolidation Asia. We have equal lows here, and we had a inducement before POI. But if you look on the 1 hour, we are inside a pretty big order block. On the 4 hour, we don't really have nothing. That's why it's not such a high quality setup, but still a good setup. Don't get me wrong, this is a solid 1% because we have a solid range. We have inducement before, we have a solid range, solid POI here, solid POI here. We have some sell side, and we have a inducement level before our POI, so this makes the setup good. Now all we have to see is wait for that either market structure shift or gap. I would prefer to see a bigger pullback into the zone. I would prefer to see those early sellers from here get manipulated, and then we get that gap, and from there I'm looking to target this lows and this. So we ended up getting a market structure shift as expected. I mean, I was not really watching for a market structure shift, but price ended up coming a bit more above this inducement level and tapping this 50-minute FVG, which actually kind of increases the likelihood of the setup. While when I saw this inducement get taken out, I was watching this breaker. I wanted to see this breaker get broken through and this gap closed below, and I put my order here on this breaker right here, and now we're just stop loss above, looking to target range low right here. So we're looking pretty solid for now. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get top 10. By the looks of it, we're gonna do a slight mitigation, then we're gonna probably continue lower and breaking this gap and just continuing. This placement looks really good. I like this. I like this a lot actually. So we're chilling. We're floating around 2% already. Still looking retractive, so we will probably still hold this 1 minute gap right here, because also it's a really relevant mitigation rebalance, or we can manipulate and tap in this consolidation and then continue lower. So overall it's still gonna continue towards the downside. We have no reason of worry yet. Probably will continue like that. We just have to retrace a bit. Probably tap this. There's two options. You either respect this, or we probably gonna retrace towards this, because this also is a equilibrium swing point of the range. Whatever you look at it, it's an equilibrium swing point. It's not looking good, but again, I'm still holding. I'm trusting this trade. I'm break even right now, so we'll see how we behave to this consolidation, basically. Because we should generally continue lower from here and just go towards the P, or we're gonna get break even on the trade, which again is completely fine. Don't really have any strong POIs to react throughout Asia, so it depends. This move looks kind of strong, so I don't know what to say about it. I'm gonna go break even because I'm not taking a loss on this trade. And yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. We do have a valid bullish market structure shift here, so we'll see how price behaves. If we come back, we have to retrace our point, and if we break again, I will probably close. Now we're probably just gonna consolidate, because price usually consolidates in areas like this where previous consolidations consolidate and just break lower and continue. We are kind of looking like we're exhausting this bullish move, but it depends. We have some small news, and let's see how price behaves. Overall, we should still be fine because we are holding this 50-minute FVG, and I like that we consolidated on it, but let's see. I think we're gonna melt to TP because we consolidated, and now this is the displacement out of the consolidation, and we don't really have 1 minute price action is really balanced here, so we're probably just gonna melt towards TP. Reacting a bit of Asian lows, we see we grabbed Asian lows, but again this move, look on the 3 minute, it looks retracive, it doesn't look impulsive. So if you don't get an impulse from here, that means we're just gonna use the liquidity to retrace. Where are we gonna retrace? Look on the 50-minute, perfectly isolated 50-minute FVG. So again, trade idea still stays valid. I don't have any reason to close. 3 minute looks retracive, so you have to kind of read what price is telling you. Even though we reacted of liquidity, that doesn't tell me we're gonna be bullish. If this 50-minute FVG gets disrespected, I will probably close. Yes, that's a good sign for you to close your trade, but for now we don't really have any signs to close the trade. So these numbers right here don't matter. What price is telling you matters. I've been monitoring this trade for a while, but yeah, that's my job, bro. That's my job, bro. Just trade, enter a trade, and monitor. Make the best decisions. That's your job as a trader. The best decision right now is to still hold the trade. 1 minute time frame is a lot of times used for retracement, and especially 1 minute FVGs. A lot of times they're used for retracement. So 3 minutes still stays bearish, still looks retracive. FVG gets strongly disrespected, I'm gonna close the trade most likely. That's a POI violation, and a 50-minute is pretty important time frame. This can usually hold a lot of significance, as we see here. We respected the 50-minute FVG. That means when I saw this, I knew price is gonna go lower. Here we disrespected bullish FVGs. So what does that mean? We're gonna go lower. Now I'm really paying attention to how we behave to this inverse. If we close below it, still might have a chance, but I'm looking towards the retest of this inverse, and here, depending on how price reacts, if we get a strong close above and start seeing bullish price action, I'm probably gonna close. Otherwise, if we get below it, I'm still looking to hold. So price disrespected the BPR, and that was a good sign. TP is not that far away, it's exactly below this low, but it depends on how price wants to react here. Watch the 5 minute here to see how we behave. Essentially this is what should happen. So we break through it, we broke through support, now we should hold it as a resistance, but it looks like bodies are respecting that, and that's why I'm not closing just yet. I wanna see this, how we react to this. If you react bullish, I'm probably gonna close. That's good for now. I obviously want to see price close below it and start displacing lower. Yeah, overall I could have closed at around 3%, but it's not that big of a difference. I still preferred to give the trade a bit of room to, in case it wants to play out towards my final TP. That's fine regardless, to be honest. I don't want to just give all the profits back to the market. I want to kind of reward myself for staying this long in this trade. I think we have too much buy sell liquidity towards this point where it was too risky, or would have gotten taken out of break even. So to be honest, I'm really fine with this. For now, we'll see what setups we get tomorrow.